Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Rust video. In today's video I wanted to address some of my comments. I've seen a lot of you. Before we even get this video started, I want to just address that in this video we're going to talk about the bunker bases, the specific bunker design that I used during my solo series. So I guess this will be targeted more for the solo players and duo players. If you guys know what a bunker base is or a design like that, you're more than welcome to exit the video. I don't want to waste your time. Now, if you're sticking around, I'm going to talk to you. This base design is by a YouTuber named Johnny. I'm not going to show you guys how I built it, but I'm going to show you guys, I guess, questions that I had about the video. And maybe you guys have it as well, but you're more than welcome to go look at Johnny. And then the base design is called the Rebellion. It's a compact solo bunker base. It's a really good one. He built it on 2021, so it's a really good design. I like it. I started using it in one wipe and I was like, dude, I love this design. It's cheap and it's easy to make. Now you guys are not stuck to only building this bunker design. You could build any. You could just go on YouTube and research solo bunker base design or just solo bunker base and Rust console or whatever, and you will see tons of videos out there. What it really comes down to, it's going to be, what do you guys want to, or like, how much time do you guys put into this game? How much time are you willing to play on a specific server? So now the reason why I say that is because you have to remember, at the end of the day, you have to upkeep this base. How much is it going to cost to build it? Are you going to be able to get that up and running at the beginning? Or you think that this is a base that you're going to have to expand little by little? Like, you know, all of these questions arise. For me, I don't have a lot of time to play. I work a full-time job and I do YouTube as a side hobby and things like that. So obviously I don't have a lot of time to play. So I went with the cheap results. Something that is good enough protection but could also protect me from the raiders. In other words, like, I'm not going to get completely smashed in. And look, just for 24 hours, this base will protect me basically with one stone node and little amount of metal just to get it going. You know, I have the garage doors here and we have tons of storage. Now the bunker specific that we're going to be using is called a stability bunker. What does that mean? It means that we're using the stability on this thing basically. So I could just upgrade this to stone and then now boom, my base is secure. Now, I saw a lot of you commenting when I got raided saying, haha, good, you got raided, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Yeah, I got raided, guys, but I never got looted. And you guys have to, the difference between getting raided and looted is completely different. You could get raided, but at the end of the day, if they don't walk away with loot, did you really get raided? And you have to remember, they went through the front doors, which, let's break this down to satchels. Each of these doors are 4 satchels each. So that's 8 satchels just to get through the front. Now, if you have garage doors, or even if you have double doors, let's say that these are double doors that you have here, right? Which is what I had in the series, my solo series. That's another 4. So that's 4 more and 4 more. So that already is like 8 plus another 4. Sorry, plus another 8. Like, that's like 16 satchels that they had to go through just to make it here. And then comes this, the floor. Now, my main loot on the base was inside of my TC room, which they never got into to begin with. And you have to think about this. Now, mind you, I have the garage doors on this base design, which we're currently playing not on the PC version, but on the build servers here on Rust console, the live branch, I should say. No, not live branch, the testing branch, I should say. But yeah, so like, not even included garage doors, but if I had garage doors, that's 9 satchels a piece just for them to get here and not even make it in, because now they're going to have to break this. And let's say I have this as a stone, right? Let's say it's not metal, it's stone. That's 10 more satchels just for them to break this, right? And then of course they're gonna break this easily after that, and then they're gonna break this, and then they're gonna have to go through another garage door or double door. So that's another 9 or 4 more satchels just for them to get into the TC. That's a lot. That's a ton of it. Now that's a ton of it. Now you might be saying, well, I could just raid the wall. But that's only if somebody knows what your base design looks like to begin with. And I will encourage you guys to, you know, honeycomb. And in the video, Mr. Johnny shows you how to honeycomb this entire base as well. So you guys are gonna see, like, you know, and then now let me show you why I love this bay design. I stress this enough, but I feel like sometimes people don't understand. I have 1, 2 large boxes and 3 little small boxes here on top of a campfire. No, sorry, not campfire, barbecue, which it's a lot more storage than I get, or I should say it's the same amount of storage as a wooden box, but it's like 2 wooden boxes on top of each other right here. You see? So now I have the same here. And then I don't know if you guys know this, but I know that a lot of people don't know this, but you could put whatever you want into the barbecue. It doesn't only have to be food. So now here I have 2 small boxes, one on top of each other. And obviously you guys know you can't stack these. So this is one thing that, like, you have. So now you have 2 small boxes here, 3 small boxes here, technically storage wise, and another 3 small boxes storage wise right here. On top of all of this storage right here, on top of, if you really want to put this here, it's up to you. I would suggest, if you already have all the blueprints you want to learn, then switch this up for like a locker, and now you have a locker here. And I love the fact that the forges are on the floor, so they are almost, they're out of the way, you know, so like they're not really taking up like a whole space in the corner of the base. And then if you come down here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 large storage boxes and 2 little small boxes on top of that. So obviously you have tons of storage on top of the TC. You know, it's tons of storage that you got going on here. So now let me show you some of the things that Mr. Johnny did to upgrade this base to make it a little stronger. Now obviously you're gonna need a walk up, because if you wanna, like, if you're not the best at jumping like I am, like, you're just gonna be like constantly falling and somebody could catch you slipping in the front. One of the main reasons why I don't have this right now is because in the build server you can destroy things, or you can break them by hand, or else you die. So you're gonna see why I have that broken, because in order for us to upgrade, if we have this ladder here, it's not gonna let us place the honeycomb right there. Now, one of the main things that Mr. Johnny says when it comes to upgrading this base is the #1 thing of any stability bunker that is out there that you guys might know. And for those of you that don't know stability, unfortunately I can't show it here, but basically what you would do is that you will break this, and by you breaking this, it would break the ceiling that is here. So let me show you. I don't think I could do it here. I don't think it's gonna let me do it, but let me see if I could place. I don't think it's letting me place it through the wall. Oh yeah, it let me place it through the wall. Okay, so now there's a ceiling right there. So if I break this, it breaks both of them right here. Boom, boom. So now if I'm in the inside, obviously that's why I have a sleeping bag in the inside and I have one in the outside. You would have the bunker open as long as you're online, you're playing and stuff like that. That way you don't have to constantly keep breaking this up and down, you know? But when you're gonna leave to do a monument, or you're gonna leave for the night and stuff like that, I would say place this down. You know, just go ahead and just place this down. Now you're safe. And come on, it only takes 50 metal and it only takes 75 stone. Let's say, boom, I put metal. Now if somebody gets here, they're gonna have to break a metal. They have to break metal just to get in. So it's not gonna cost them 4, you know. It's gonna cost them, let's say this is stone. Let's say it's stone, it's gonna cost them 10 satchels just to get in. So that's already enough protection to make you sleep better at night, you know? Because a lot of people don't seem to raid through the structures. People seem to like to door raid in console, when, you know, I get it. People door raid because then they could take over the base and among other things, because they don't really know what's in here. But I digress. Now, any weakness to the stability bunker is going to be these 2 triangles. Why? Because if they break this, let's say you have metal here, right? Let's say you have like the metal foundation or the metal ceiling here. They don't, and then this is stone right here. They're going to break this foundation first, because then they're going to know, then if they break that foundation, then they could just breach the thatch or whatever is here, and it's going to come collapse in this whole thing. So obviously you're going to have to upgrade this to higher, you know, things, right? So the #1 thing that he says to upgrade is this, and he says to go high quality. You always have to go high quality when it comes down to that. Now at the beginning I was like, I don't get it. Why high quality? You know? And I'll tell you that in a second, because that's exactly what I asked. I was like, well, high quality, why? When people could see it from the outside. You know, I'm like, people are gonna walk around and be like, holy shit, dude, this is high quality. Now in Rust console, I thought about it and I was like, bro, like, how many times can you guys see that you were walking around your base with a hammer and by mistake you press this upgrade to metal or something like that, and you're like, ah shit, and you didn't mean to upgrade it, you know? And this kind of blends in a little bit, but one of the main reasons why he did that is because if somebody comes to raid your base, and let's say now that I'm showing this and you guys are gonna do, maybe this base will get popular, who knows, but let's say somebody tries to raid it, this is the only part in the entire base that is not gonna be honeycomb. So if they break through that wall, let's say they break through that wall, now they're inside the storage, whatever, let's say they get whatever loot it's in there, now they're in here, you know? So that's why he says it himself. He's like, the best thing you could do is put this thing right here, and then you upgrade it to, I don't know, metal, I guess. You upgrade it to metal. You upgrade it to metal because now if they break that wall, now they're gonna have to go through a metal window frame. And then obviously right now you would just place a window as well as vertical embers or whatever, or horizontal, whatever you have. Now if you put these two, that's so much. This is so much right here that like they're gonna have to break through a lot just to get in. Hold on, can I not repair this? Like, what the hell? So remember, they're gonna have to go through the wall, now the window, which the window has, I can't remember how many satchels it is, but it's a lot. And then they're gonna have to go through this metal thing on top of that just for them to break in here. And not even that, they're gonna have to break this little half wall right here just to get it. So obviously if they're trying to come in through this way, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And if you have loot in there and the raiders come in through this way, they're gonna have to raid the window as well as the window frame or the window vertical in order for them to even get the loot that is in there. And I know what you're gonna say, well, this is soft side, so they could just hit the soft side. Well, that's fine because you're trying to stop them from coming this way into your base and not so much protecting the loot that's in there. I would suggest for you to keep all your high valuable loot in the bunker itself. Now, we got to this part, right? So as you can see, I upgraded that, and they're still cheap. It's still cheap to maintain this base, you know? And obviously I would say upgrade this to like metal or something like that, but it's cheap to maintain this base. So obviously I would say this base is really only worth, I mean, it's good as it is right now, but if somebody knows or finds out that this is a bunker base, then they're just gonna raid through here and they're just gonna get inside here. So the best option for you to do would be to honeycomb, you know? So when it comes to honeycomb, you're gonna waste a lot of stone. Now we're gonna honeycomb this and we're gonna come back in a second. All right, there. So now we got the triangle honeycomb, at least to cover the first floor. But now when it comes to honeycomb, you guys have to remember there are people that have ladders and they will go up top and they will roof raid you if they can, because for me, roof raid is the easiest way to raid. It's cheap to get in and it's just cheap all around. So why would I not do it, you know? So just remember that you're gonna have to honeycomb the ceiling as well. So this is where the beauty of the honeycomb comes in, and now I'll show you why. All right, now it's all honeycomb and it's up to the level, so it just looks like I just raised the stupid foundations. And if you guys don't understand what I mean by that, I mean this, like when you're gonna place a foundation and you do this, like you raise it up like that, you know, like that. That's what I mean. Now that everything's done for, this thing is honeycomb, we have our front entrance, we're good. Like this thing is maximum protected, you know? And now let's go see how much stone it's gonna take in order for us to maintain this. Now we could take off the like the stone, like, you know, offset if we decide to upgrade the base. Now it says right here 3k stone almost, you know, roughly. So that's like what, 3 nodes of stone right there, because you usually get like roughly 1,000 per node. So 24 hours for that. So obviously to bring that down, we would upgrade the bunker, because now that we have the outside, you know, chilling, now we could actually upgrade the bunker. So let's just go over here, let's pick up this box and we're gonna upgrade this to high quality. You could upgrade it to like metal, but I like to upgrade the main bunker to high quality. That way it's like super protected. And then, you know, obviously the ceiling, because they could come from the ceiling, and the main thing right here. Boom. Now we know it is 100% protected. I mean, it's high quality. You know, it's gonna take some cheese to get into this. So let's just place this box back, like so. There you go. And now I know that this thing is protected. It's high quality. And obviously, I forgot and I messed up. Probably somebody screaming at me. But if you're gonna have garage doors, if you have double doors, then you could keep this stone. But if you're gonna have garage doors, upgrade this to be honest with you, upgrade this to metal, like this, you know. And then this is something that I forgot as well. If you guys, now that we have these doors right here, obviously you saw that I put the frame, so now you could put garage doors here too, like so. And now you have garage doors there. So if you want to bring those garage doors down, because now once they're up you can't bring them down, you just put locks on them, which, I mean, to be honest, you should always have locks on things like that. But, you know, obviously we have the thing right here. So let's close this garage doors. And then the other one is over there. We're going to jump up there and we'll close it. Now we have these two garage doors. So if an enemy comes in, they're like, well, what if there's loot there? What if that's the way to go up or something like that? They're going to want to blow through those doors. And that's more loot or more like satchels or explosives that they're going to go through just to get into your main loot. Now to the main thing. Now that we have this honeycomb and everything, obviously, like he says, you could just go crazy. You know, you could do this bunker. You could just metal this if you like, you know, and so on and so on. Obviously, high quality metal this, because this is another thing. And you high quality metal the ceiling, as well as you could high quality metal this, because that's going to be your another way to get into the bunker and stuff like that. And after this you could go crazy, like if you want to like go only metal on the top, like so, then you could go metal. It really depends. Like I said, this depends on how much you want to play and how much are you willing to invest and things like that, because now this base is pretty much protected. And then I could just go ahead and do this and then do that. That way, if they really want to go through the honeycomb, people are not going to see that it's metal on the outside. I know it's metal on the outside, but they don't know that. You know what I mean? And now, boom, we're good. And if we go back here, the stone cost has gone down. And it's only 33 high quality metal, and you have so much maximum protection right now. And then for last, we're just going to go like this, and we're going to close the bunker. So let's see what the big difference will be if we were to upgrade this to high quality. It's going to take 7 high quality. 7. And then boom, look. The cost is still 33. Like, come on. Look at this. You're good. You know? Now, a lot of people, what I would tell you would be like to rotate this before you leave. Because if you don't rotate, then this is the soft side on this side. And if you're in the end side, you're going to be hatching away for a while, you know? Now, some people like what they like to do with the stability bunker is that they like to upgrade this to wood and then leave the soft side. The reason why is because if somebody comes in here with explosive ammo and they know that this is a bunker, they're just gonna shoot like right here in the corner. So what it will do is that if you have thatch, that thing does like splash damage. So if you have twig, it's gonna break the twig a lot faster, and then the stability bunker will go down quickly compared to like if you had it made out of wood. That's the only downside. Now, mind you, if you think this is a little too much, you're like, man, I don't think that's my cup of tea. Like, I just feel like it's too much for me. Like, you know, it's not that. Then just build a simple bunker. Like, the simplest bunker that you could do is, I mean, you just got to get the idea of the bunker and what a bunker is to begin with. So the simplest way I could teach you how to make a bunker is you have to get the idea of what a bunker is. So like, this is the entrance, and then after that you could get creative with what it is. Boom, this is the entrance to a bunker right here. Like, it's the whole going down type of thing, you know. I think I made a 2x2 out of this. So this is a 2x1 bunker base, in other words. It's not the cleanest, I would say, but it gets the job done, you know. So now we're gonna put this TC obviously all the way in the corner. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. And now we authorize on that. And then obviously you would just put the door frame right here. And another door frame right here. And you would just like seal this up like so. And like so. And you would just upgrade all of this. I would say don't use wood to upgrade this. Stick with stone. At least for the main bunker. Like this. These two at least. Keep it stone as well. And then after that you could put the rest like, you know, wood. Oh man. That would have been a big hiccup. So now that we have that, we obviously need to put the ceiling. So we're going to put the ceiling like this. And then we're going to put the half wall right there. Obviously, you got to make sure that that's turned. You want the soft side inside, not outside. And let me come back to you guys in a second because we ran out of stone. Ignore my dying corpse right there. You would want to put at least made out of wood. I would make it out of stone. Why not? And then just make it out of stone right here. That's going to be your entrance. A ceiling, and then let's make some doors. The main idea of why a bunker exists to begin with. You're gonna build the bunker right here. Boom, the last finished piece of the bunker. Rotate that. Okay, so I know it's gonna look off because this part right here is soft, but this part is hard. That's because if they come in and if they hit that, they're just gonna go back outside. But this is going to be in order for them to get inside of the bunker. Now we're inside of the bunker. And then if you want, you could do the same thing. You could add like something like this, you know. That way, like, if they do make it inside the bunker, at least you have more, like, you know, things to block the entrance, in other words. All right. And now, as you can see, we're going to put some locks in here. And this base is dirt cheap to maintain. Look. It's not even that much. The only downside to this base is that, I mean, if they try to raid you, with by door raiding you, you're straight. Like, ain't nobody gonna get in here door raiding you, you know. But if they try to roof raid you, which is only gonna take 10 satchels, they can, and that's something you have to watch out for. But this is for the lazy solo player. It just kind of wants like a safe base. And I mean, this is a 2x1. It's just, it is a 2x1. It just basically has a bunker design to it. And you could honestly build a 2x2. You could build 2 more squares down like that. And now you have a 2x2 bunker base. Simple bunker base. This is a stability bunker. What else can I say? It's cheap. It's easy to make. I mean, you saw. This is the cheapest way you could go, to be honest with you. But in my opinion, by far, this is the one to do right here. This one. It's cheap. I like it. I use it every wipe. Every solo wipe that I have. I try to use it every solo wipe I have. And it hasn't let me down. I mean, you saw. I got quote unquote raided. But they made it through like the first front doors. They made it through this door and this door. And then they got here. And then they're like, well, what do I do now? I'm basically stuck. You know? They're like, well, now I'm stuck. Like, what do I do? And I'm like, well, that's on you, because all my loot was in here. And that's why I was like, well, let me get the stuff, put the doors back on, and it's like we never got raided. That's the beauty of having a bunker base. That's why I said the bunker base is amazing for solo players. I'm sorry if this is a lot of information compact. If you guys want to see the original build, go check out Johnny. The base is called the Rebellion. It's an amazing base. He actually adds his few touches to it, so then you could like hide more and stuff like that. But in reality, this is the main concept of it. It's easy. I love the base. You could switch it around to your own design. It's up to you. I know I did. You could even add more things to it, like add like a giant, you know, some of those giant gates, and then put like your own like furnace here in the corner. If you're doing that, great. But at that point, it's like, you know, like the whole point is this base is small enough where like the small players will be like, damn, this is too paid for me. Or they could try to break the doors, and then once they make it through the first 2 doors, and all they're gonna see once they make it through the first 2 doors They're gonna waste 8 satchels, make it in here, and be like, well, damn, which way should I go? Should I go this way or should I go that way? And they're gonna go through here and be like, oh my god, there's loot. And let's say you don't have nothing here. It's empty. They're gonna be like, well, that was a waste. That's 9 satchels they just wasted. And they're like, okay, let's go through here. And they're like, okay, well, this is nothing. Damn, I have to go through another door. And then they go through another door and they're like, oh, okay, so there's loot here. And that's only if you left this door open. Because if you leave this door closed, they're gonna get here and be like, damn. Because remember, when they get here, this is what they're gonna see. This is exactly what they're gonna see. They're gonna get in here and be like, well, damn, where's this TC? Is this TC behind here? Or is it behind here? Like, I don't get it. You know, because a lot of people don't know about the bunker. So they're gonna be like, shit, dude, do I break this? And they're gonna break this and then be like, damn, there's not a lot of things in. That's if you didn't keep anything in there. Some people even leave this door open. They put a shotgun trap here. So then the shotgun trap will shoot at them, you know? Other people just put another box in there. It's up to you. And then let's say they break this. And then boom, they broke this. Now they're in here. But like, what's the point? Now they're in here and like, let's say you do have loot in there. Okay, they got paid, but they didn't get into the main. Hopefully, they didn't get into the main loot, which is in the bunker itself. And you, whatever you do, whenever you place this back, always fix it. It doesn't cost that much to fix, so why not just fix it? It's cheap and it keeps your base protected. I usually, when I'm doing and I get to the full wipe of me building this entire base, I will put this in here and I'll never open that again. And then let's say for some reason they know that this is a bunker base, they're gonna have to break through all of that just to get to another garage door. You know, and they're gonna be like, well, fudge, bro. Now I gotta break through this garage door just to make it in TC. And then they'll get into loot. Then that's a different story. But I mean, look at all the things. And then literally, if somebody raids you that much, you must have pissed off the alphas. You must have pissed off the big dogs, big time. Because again, this is too big for a small player to raid, and too small for a big player to raid. At this point, they're gonna see this and be like, I don't think that this is profit. For the amount of explosives we're gonna waste, it's worthless. Like, there's not even a point, you know? Well, if somebody sees something like this small right here, a small player will be encouraged. They'll be like, well, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna raid this. And they're gonna be like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna get in here. And then again, when they come in here, all they're gonna see is this. Because, you know, let's say, I don't know, let's say you have a stone. So all they're going to see is this and be like, well, and then right here would be like the furnaces. And they'll be like, well, where the hell is the loot? Obviously, they're going to tell right away that this is a bunker base. So they're going to be like, well, how do I get in there? So now they could either roof raid, or they could just break the bunker here and be inside already, you know? And then whatever loot you have in here, you could even put a shotgun trap facing downwards. You could do whatever you want with this. This is the smaller, like, lazy bunker base design. Obviously, you could build a 2x2, like, you know, you could just expand this and make it a 2x2 instead of, you know, doing this. But at that point, I would say just build a 2x2 from the beginning. It can get a little expensive, especially when bunker bases, because as you could see, or you're starting to see, if you build it too big, you're gonna be spending a lot of money honeycombing. Or you don't even have to honeycomb. If you really want to be lazy about this, you could just be like, screw this, bro. I don't care. Come at me, bro. You know, I don't care if you know that I have metal. I'm not trying to hide. I'm not about to honeycomb. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm just going to upgrade this to metal, and then everybody could screw off, you know? Now you have that entire thing metal. So now they have no choice but to go through here, because it's going to be too expensive to even get in through this foundation, like by you know, by breaking the metal, especially if you do this right here. Now obviously this is and then it gets really hard to raid, you know? So if you really want to go this route and not stay really hidden and just kind of show off, then you could do that. I mean, heck, you could even just do this. I've seen people do this. They just straight up high quality. Oh, don't do that. They just straight up high quality. And it's gangster as hell, because I'm like, damn, bro, okay. But then it also discourages people, because then people see this and they're like, do we want to raid the high quality metal box? Is it even worth it? You know, like it just comes down to that. It's like, damn, man, I don't know if it's worth, you know, that high quality metal box. And look, it's cheaper. This high quality metal box is cheaper than the other base over there. But I still feel that that base over there is a lot safer, and it has a lot more storage than this does. If you're planning to just kind of like guerrilla style the wipe, then I would just do something like this, small, metal it out, and then, like, you know, not a lot of people are gonna come your way. It's really expensive to raid it, or if people might come and they're just gonna door raid you and then be like, damn, I messed up. They're gonna get here and they're gonna be like, damn, I messed up. This guy, like, is some next level shit right here. And I mean, that's kind of like the idea behind the bunker base, you know. So I hope, while the sun is going down right now, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I hope you guys enjoy this little tutorial. I know I went on a rant, but, like, I'm sorry, it's a lot of information, but I feel like it should have been let out. I know a lot of you have been asking me. I know a lot of you have been like, hey, can you do a base design? I don't want to take credit what credit is not, you know, I don't want to take credit for somebody else's design. I love this design. It was made by Johnny. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but this video for this base design got a lot of views. So if you guys want to learn how to build this base, go over to his channel. I showed you the video right there of what it is. Go over to his channel and then check it out. He says that this is going to take 19 rockets all around to get into the main loot route. To loot the entire base is going to take 18 rockets. You know what that is? That's a shit ton of satchels. But 18 rockets, you must have pissed somebody off. Sorry, 19 rockets. You must have pissed somebody off. This one is obviously going to be a lot cheaper to break in. But I mean, it's cheap. I mean, look at the cost. It's ridiculous. It's like one node. One stone node. Not even. Half a node. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of, like, you know, like, and it's cheap to maintain this, and you don't have to worry about garage doors or anything. You could actually expand this if you want, or you could even honeycomb this if you want. If you don't, you don't have to. It gets the job done for the wipe, especially if you're not trying to, like, make big plays. You're just trying to do something quick and go and PvP and come out and do monuments and just PvP more. That is definitely the way to go. If you want to be more of, like, farming slash kind of like what I do, farming and PvP, then this is the base for you. Because this, you're going to have to farm a little bit. You're going to have to maintain and stuff like that. But if you're just trying to get in, get guns and PvP, that's the base for you. So, I mean, I hope this video helps, guys. I hope you guys are going to be looking into bunker bases. Bunker bases is definitely something that I think any solo or duo player should do. I've come across a lot of people that have 2x1s, and that's fine and all, but they never get honeycomb. And at that point, you might as well just make a bunker base. It's safer, and it saves you from raiders. Man, this is going to backfire big time. I already know. I'm going to get a ton of bunker bases, and I'm going to hate myself for doing this video. Because now I'm going to have to increase the level of, like, challenge. Because now every bunker base, every base that I raid now is going to be a bunker base. But I mean, it is what it is. We're here to help the community grow. So at the end of the day, it's a good thing. Damn it, I upgraded the wrong thing. This is why you don't hold the hammer, boys. I didn't mean to upgrade that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!